Dun, 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 dun. In this video, I'm going to feature this microphone, and it came in this very cute little case. Check that out. Now it's time for me to model this case. Nailed it. So the microphone is the P420. It's a multipolar pattern microphone, and I'm going to record with this, but not using the cardioid, which I normally do. I'm going to use the figure 8 configuration because I kind of have these multipolar pattern mics and I almost neglect the other polar patterns that you can choose from. I mean, the figure 8 seems the more, what I would say, sensible option because I've been recording with two microphones sometimes, and having the figure 8 option is really doing the job of two mics because the front of the microphone is picking up the direct saxophone sound, and then the other side is going to pick up the room sound. So that really saves me using two microphones, I guess. Well, I mean, I can try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least I've tried it. It also has a low pass filter, which is pretty good in case you're getting any low end rumbles in your recording. And you've got a minus 20 dB pad, which is quite a lot. Your average is normally minus 10, maybe minus 15. So having the minus 20 means if you've got a very, very loud sound source, it's going to cut down the chance of distortion. So minus 20 is quite a lot. Now, AKG microphones are traditionally designed and made in Austria, but the Perception series, like this one, the P420, is designed in Austria, but made in China. I mean, that's probably how they can put them out at a bit more of a budget price. But does the budget price mean a budget sound? It has what I'd describe as a dry, flat, neutral sound, and yeah, with a tiny little bit of a raise in the high mids, but nothing too aggressively overly sibilant. It sounds pretty nice. The shock mount is very sturdy as well, all metal, and it came with one of these things already screwed in, which is a mic stand adapter. That's very handy because the amount of times I've gone to record something and I've bought a microphone and it didn't have one of these things, that was a pain in the butt. But this already had one of these, so that saves a lot of hassle. And also inside this little cute case were these extra rubber bands for the shock mount. Very handy to have. It seems pretty solid and well made. I think this will do more damage to the floor than it would to the microphone because it is that solid. But I'm sure most of you are not really bothered about all that technical blah 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 stuff, and I'm sure you just want to hear what it sounds like on the saxophone. But let's move on. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to demo this using the figure 8 pattern as I mentioned earlier, and I'll catch you lot after the demos. Now I've got my headphones on with a designer gaffer tape here because I want to monitor what it sounds like. And yes, it does sound really good on the voice here. And how did it sound on saxophone? Wait a minute, I'll get rid of these things. They're going to fall apart one day. You know what it is? I've got about 4 or 5 pairs of really good headphones, but for some reason, I like these little Yamahas. I don't know why. I like the gaffer tape, I guess. So back to the sound of the microphone. Now this did a really good job on saxophone, and the figure 8 configuration did manage to capture some of that room sound, but it gave me a good idea of how the figure 8 could actually be a positive thing when recording saxophone. So for example, if you're in a studio and it's a nice treated room, something like the figure 8 would be quite a good option to capture the closeness of the saxophone at the front and then the projected room sound here at the back. I think I might have to use figure 8 a little bit more and maybe do some more experiments with that sort of technique. It did a really decent job capturing the sound of my tenor. Now, talking about that tenor, you would have noticed that I had it covered up. That's because it's a mystery tenor saxophone and I'm hiding it from your naughty peeking little eyes because I'm going to feature that tenor saxophone in another video. So I didn't want to give away what that instrument was. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that one. So getting back to this, overall, what can I say? Yes, a nice, decent enough budget priced microphone, which would do an absolutely decent job for your saxophone. It did a great job on the one that I was using there, the mystery saxophone of mysteryness. That's what it is. But there you go, the AKG Perception 420, or should I say the AKG P420. It sounds like this when I'm talking. I'm quite happy with it. Now it's your turn. You. Can you do me a favor? Click on that like button. And I have checked the channel analytics. And I noticed that there's a lot of people who watch my channel who are not subscribed. If you can do me a favor, I'm trying to build this channel. Click on the subscribe because that will cost you absolutely nothing. And it makes this head have a big smile like this. That was my best catalogue model smile. What more do you want? Right, thank you very much. You will catch me in the next video. So throw some comments down there below. Let's interact. Let's get one-on-one. Speak to you all later. Have an absolutely average day. Bye-bye.